Alright, Facebook, YouTube. Time for a long overdue garden update. Potatoes are still growing. We all know that you don't take the potatoes out until the tops start to die, so they're doing pretty good. Tomatoes, they're still doing really good. So I don't know. It's getting a little bit later in the season. Usually my tomatoes are dying off by now, but these guys just keep producing more and more and more and more. I'll take them until they're done. So we've already done some sauce. We took paste tomatoes and made a bunch of paste, canned that all separately though. I watched a couple of videos and some gardens are played out already. These guys just don't seem to want to play out. They just keep wanting to put more on. As I said, I'm going to take them. Just look beautiful still. Now, these are the sappy little paste tomatoes. They decided they weren't going to stand up and fight no matter what I said. So they just want to lay down. They're starting to turn real nice, and I'm inclined to leave them be. I got nothing eaten on them. Here's another one laying in the walkway there. I'm inclined just to leave them be and let them ripen. Nobody's bothering them. Incidentally, these are the sweet Cubanelles. These guys just don't want to play out either. Cubanelles are like a maximum 2-foot tall plant. The top of that hoop house is about 4 foot. And as you can see, those plants are right up there. And I've already got well over 100 pounds of peppers off of 26 Cubanelle plants. And you know, there's only so much so much stuffed peppers a guy can eat. But I'll keep doing it because I'm a trooper. That's what I do. Alright guys, my Italian long hots, we got a ton of them off of there, and they're still putting on green pods, so I'm going to leave them alone. I've been laxed, been laxed on doing the de-weeding. But as you can tell if you watch my video, that was the trellis that the turban squash was on. Now the turban squash played out early. We got about 7 or 8 of the good turbans off of there. As you can see, there's a couple of them laying there. They were eaten and started to rot, so we just left them right there. Kind of be the things that if something's eating them, they'll go to that, and maybe they'll leave the rest of my stuff alone. Seems to work out pretty good. Alright, so this is the very last Patapan we have in the ground. The other 3 out of the 4 played out, and we ripped them out. Kind of interesting sidebar here is when I pull my plants out, I get my mulching mower. I take the bag off. We cut them small and lay them in the grass, and I go over them with my mower. Now, these are my Carolina Golds. As you can see, they're just huge and beautiful. This year is such a big difference from the last 2 years I planted them. And as you can see, that nice deep orange color, gold color if you will. Beautiful. This plant right here, in between the 2 Carolina Golds, is my another Italian long hot Susie started in-house, and it's doing great. This guy here is a habanero. Never did a habanero before. don't know if you could see them. They're pretty beautiful. And there's a few on there. There's not a whole lot, but, you know, a few. Never did them before, but what are you going to do? Alright, so, exciting enough, these are my Brussels sprouts. As you can tell, I trim them up. You get over here and get you close. I trim them up pretty nice. Right up close to the Brussels sprout, I cut the leaves off. I leave about 5 or 6 shoots on top just to keep the growing tip going. And they get pretty tall. By November, they'll be ready to be picked. And we'll have them for Thanksgiving. Okay. Exciting enough, this is our elderberry. We haven't been able to grow elderberry in the past couple of years. They just wouldn't do it. But as you can see, they're growing. And we're going to get some elderberries this year. My blackberries didn't do too much. My little apple trees, we got 2 of them in the ground. This is my overgrown weed bed here. I got to get in here and just do something with it. Alright, now we were going to pull this broccoli out. It just keeps producing. We're going to leave it alone, get as much as we can off them. But we've had broccoli every week for a couple months now, so. Alright, these guys here. This is the Chinese yard-long noodle. It's a bean. And they do get pretty long, as you can see. You take a couple of those and cut them up 2-inch pieces. Boy, you got yourself a meal. And we have a few of them. Cucumbers are now, being almost September, now they decide they want to get big. So, whatever, I'll take what I get. Now, these peppers are my jalapenos, and sweet bananas are huge. They're beautiful, they're red, they keep producing. Again, it's almost September, so, you know, wow. My bells, they keep producing. If you've been watching my videos, you know I can't grow a bell to save my life, but apparently this year, we're doing alright. And these bells are about the size of a pit bull's head. Those of you who have dogs and pit bulls. Also, I'm excited. My grapes are turning color. And there's quite a few bundles on there. Kind of happy about that. And it just keeps growing. And it's beautiful. Okay, let me just go around here. Show you some of my... And by the way, we've taken like 5 of these off. And given them to friends, and we cut a couple up for ourselves. And these are Sugar Baby watermelons, grown up a trellis. And they are very good. A couple of them just laying on the ground down there. They're still connected and growing. There's another one over there. Another one inside these fence, outside the fence, sitting on the ground. All connected still to their umbilici. Kentucky Wonders are playing themselves out, but we've got tons of them already. I think she's going to leave the rest on so that we can harvest seeds from them. And we should say, have gotten tons giving away of eggplant and tomatoes and peppers. But the eggplant, one of my favoriteest. are just, well, they're prolific this year, man. I'll tell you what, we've probably harvested about 30 or 40 off of 11 plants so far, and there's easily 40 more big enough to pull. And I can't even give them away anymore. There's so many of them. People are like, no, no more. We're gonna switch things up a little differently next year. As you can see, that big plant right there, that is a zucchini plant. No word of lie, the zucchini plant has grown. This one and that one over there is kind of dying off, so it's done. But that one over there has a few more inside. I bet we've got about 20 zucchinis out of them. And there's 3 more inside. Alright guys, that's our update for the day. So just keep on growing good stuff in my garden here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.